I do. I've got this lady, and then I've got a bench warrant that I'm going to bring in, Selena Haley.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse. Are you Brianna Smith?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Smith, you got charged with trespass, and I know you've got other issues other than this, but let's talk about this case. This is 252379 SM. It's a charge of trespass that allegedly occurred on November 17th. Let's take a look at this. These mostly have to do with homelessness, and the solution to homelessness is to charge people with trespass, which hasn't been very successful, but we get dozens of trespass tickets. Let's take a look at yours. Sorry to wake you up. All right, this was November 17th, behind the Tractor Supply Company in Sturgis. You have been in custody now on other charges.
That's correct.
For 17 days on a domestic assault charge. I would represent to you, Ms. Smith, if you plead guilty to this charge, I will give you credit for 17 days served and the minimum allowable fine. That is a misdemeanor under state statute. It's a little different than city ordinance. It's punishable by a fine up to $100 plus costs and up to 30 days in jail. The allegation is that you were back there behind the TSC store, and I think they probably told you previously to leave. So if you're willing to plead to that charge, I'm going to give you 17 days jail credit, 17 days, and the minimum allowable fine. Is that acceptable to you?
I thought it was just the ticket and I was.
Yeah, this is that ticket. So are you willing to plead to that trespass charge, or do you wish to plead not guilty?
I believe I would. I believe that is what I would do.
All right, so if you plead guilty to being there when they told you not to be there, I'm going to give you 17 days in jail and credit for 17 days. And the minimal fine of costs, which will get swallowed up by the time that you're already in there for. Let me ask you something. Did anybody threaten you to get you to plead guilty to this charge?
No.
I promise you anything other than the fact I told you I was going to give you time served?
No.
All right. You understand you do have the right to plead not guilty if you want to. But if you admit to this with a guilty plea, I'm going to resolve it here this morning. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Let me tell you some other things. If you plead guilty like you're doing here, you give up your right to have a trial. There won't be a trial. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by a lawyer. The chief public defender, Mr. Keith Stickley, is here with us right now. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to, because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. You have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless they were able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
I do.
All right. On that day, November 17th, were you camping out behind the TSC store?
Yes. I would.
All right. And you don't own that property, and they had told you before not to be there. Is that
Yes.
true? All right.
Yes.
17 days credit, 17 days. Do you have an out date?
No, I don't.
Let's take a look.
I have
You have-
court on.
In front of Judge Pattison coming up. You owe a number of other fines, but we're not going to worry about those here. All right, 17 days credit, 17 days, 0 fine, $125 costs, which will be served with 2 additional days concurrent with what you're doing on the domestic violence. And that is filed for 252413 SM. All right, Ms. Smith, I wish you the best. You owe money on some other stuff. Your major crime is you don't have any money and you're homeless. That shouldn't be a crime in and of itself, but there is this assault charge that's what's keeping you in custody. All right, you're good to go.
Okay.
Thank you. Shayna?
So we have here.
Ms. Haley,
Yes.
I'll be with you in a moment. Isabel, would you come forward, please? Could you interpret that, Pablo?
¿Se puede acercar al estrado, señora, por favor? Le está pidiendo el juez.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Es usted Jezebel Izette Bertamolde Lopez?
Sí, correcto.
Yes.
The file number here is 252339.
Su número de expediente es el 252339.
2340.
2320.
You got a ticket here in St. Joseph County on November 14th.
Tiene usted una multa que le dieron en noviembre 14
for driving without any valid insurance
por manejar sin licencia de manejo válida
and violating your learner's permit.
y por violar su permiso de aprendizaje.
This handsome gentleman on the screen is Senor Pablo Bello.
La persona que tiene la pantalla es el señor Pablo Bello.
And he is going to interpret for us.
Y él va a interpretar para nosotros.
Because I don't have any Spanish.
Porque no hablo español.
And I want to make sure that you understand everything.
Y quiero asegurarme que usted entiende todo.
So we're going to take a minute and we're going to swear Senor Bello in as our interpreter.
Entonces le vamos a tomar juramento al señor Bello en este momento como intérprete.
Senor Bello, do you swear or affirm to the best of your ability you interpret these matters from Spanish and English into Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Senor Bello has been standing by waiting for you for 40 minutes because you were late for court.
El intérprete está esperando 40 minutos por usted porque está usted retrasada para su audiencia.
But you're here now, so we'll try to take care of our business.
Pero está usted aquí y vamos a atenderla.
Driving without any insurance.
Manejar sin licencia de sin seguro de automóvil, señora,
Is a misdemeanor.
es un delito menor.
We get lots and lots of these.
Tenemos muchos casos de estos.
We had one earlier this morning.
Tuvimos uno temprano esta mañana.
It is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail.
Es un delito menor que se puede castigar hasta con 1 año de prisión
And a fine of not less than $200.
y una multa no menor de $200.
And not less than, not less than 200 and not more than 500.
La multa podría ser no menos de $200, pero no más de $500.
They also charge you with violating your permit.
También le están imputando el delito, la ofensa de que violó su permiso de aprendizaje.
You must have lawful residency status because you have a valid Michigan driver's license.
Usted debe tener un estado legal aquí en el país porque tiene, perdón, porque tiene usted una licencia de manejo, dice el juez.
Porque estaba presentando la prueba, pero ya tengo mi licencia.
I was getting I was getting tested, but I have my driver's license right now.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Sí, eso es muy bueno.
Apparently there was a traffic crash that resulted in this ticket.
Aparentemente hubo un choque de tráfico y por eso le dieron esta multa.
Mr. George, the no operators instructional permit violation is under ordinance.
El señor George, que es el que se encarga de las violaciones de tráfico, dice que hay una ordenanza en esto.
Her driving record shows that as of now, she has a fully valid license.
Su récord de manejo muestra que usted tiene una licencia completa en este momento.
We would do an allowing on that charge.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'll repeat it. The gentleman in the back row there is Mr. Timothy George. He's the city attorney for Sturgis.
El señor de azul es el señor Timothy George, es el fiscal de Sturgis.
That charge of violation of your instructional permit
Esa violación de su permiso para manejar
could cause your driver's license to get suspended.
le podría costar que le suspendan su licencia de manejo.
So they would dismiss that charge
Pero ellos van a retirar ese cargo
and reduce it to a charge of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code.
Entonces le están rebajando la ofensa y están diciendo que le van a poner el cargo de que usted permitió a otra persona manejar su vehículo, que es usted misma.
That is a misdemeanor,
Ese es un delito menor.
but it doesn't carry any points.
No le van a poner puntos en su licencia de manejo
It doesn't go on your driving record.
y tampoco lo van a registrar en su récord de manejo.
And it won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your license.
Y tampoco le va a afectar para mantener su licencia de manejo.
Do you have insurance now?
¿Tiene usted un seguro de automóvil en este momento?
No, ya no tengo el auto.
No, I don't have the car anymore.
The prosecutor may be unlikely to reduce this charge.
El fiscal le está reduciendo el cargo.
in light of the fact that you were in a traffic accident
porque se involucró usted en un accidente de tráfico
and you don't have valid insurance now.
y no tiene usted un seguro de automóvil válido en este momento.
If you plead guilty to the no insurance charge,
Si se declara culpable al cargo de no tener un permiso un seguro de automóvil,
I'm going to fine you $200
le voy a dar una multa de $200
plus the state minimum costs of $125.
más otra multa del estado, $125 mínimo de multa.
And if you plead to the other reduced charge, that will cost an additional $100.
Y si se declara culpable del otro cargo adicional, son otros $100 de multa.
And I will give you time to pay it.
Le voy a dar tiempo para que pague todo este dinero.
If you wish to plead not guilty,
Si usted
we
quiere
can set
declararse no culpable,
it for further proceedings.
podemos programar otra audiencia.
As to the charge of driving on November 14th without valid Michigan insurance, how do you plead to that charge?
¿Cómo se declara al cargo de haber manejado sin un seguro de automóvil el 14 de noviembre? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
As to the charge of allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code for the restricted license, how do you plead to that charge?
¿Cómo se declara al cargo que le están haciendo de violar, de darle permiso a otra persona a manejar que es usted misma?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Did anyone threaten you to get you to plead to this?
¿Alguien la amenazó para que se declara culpable de este cargo?
No.
Or
No.
promise you anything?
¿Alguien le prometió algo?
No.
No.
Fine for that is $100 for the license charge.
Le voy a dar una multa de $100 por el cargo de la licencia.
This is a lot of money. It's going to be $425 total.
Es mucho dinero. En total son $425.
Can you pay that today or do you need time to pay it?
¿Necesita usted tiempo para pagar este dinero o puede pagar hoy?
Sí, necesito tiempo.
I need some time to pay the money.
We'll make that due by January 9th.
Le está dando hasta el 9 de enero para pagar todo el dinero, señor.
Ok, perfecto.
That day that you were in the accident, did you not have any insurance on your car?
El día que tuvo usted el accidente, ¿no tenía usted seguro de automóvil?
No.
No.
She needs to get fingerprinted for this.
La van a mandar a que le saquen huellas, le tomen sus huellas digitales, dice el juez.
$200 fine.
$200 de multa.
And $125 of costs.
Y $125 de costos.
The total that you owe is $425.
En total, usted debe $425.
What do you do? Do you work somewhere?
¿A qué se dedica? ¿Trabaja usted en algún lado?
Sí, trabajo en la empresa de Clemens en Coldwater.
Yes, I work in Clemens and Coldwater.
At where?
Clemens.
Clemens, okay. That is really hard work.
Ese es un trabajo muy duro,
Sí.
It pays well.
pero paga bien.
You get lots of overtime.
¿Le dan mucho tiempo extra de trabajo?
No, algunas veces. Ahorita la temporada ha estado un poco suave.
No, no right now. the season is slow right now.
You owe $425.
Debe $425.
It's due by January 9th.
Tiene que
I
pagar,
heard Vice and Rights is up there somewhere.
tiene que pagar el 9 de enero, dice el juez.
Okay.
If you need more time, contact the court.
Si necesita más tiempo para pagar este dinero, contacte de inmediato al tribunal.
Okay.
Okay.
You acknowledged on your advice of rights that you were giving up your right to have a trial in this regard, and we'll attach that to the file.
Usted leyó sus derechos de que tiene usted derecho, estaba usted cediendo el derecho a un juicio.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Bien, eso es todo. Ya se puede retirar. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Pablo. Thank you for your patience.
Right. Bye-bye.
All right, the courtroom is filled. Miss Haley, you got arrested last night because you didn't show up for court when you were supposed to. So we have to accommodate things by trying to fit you into our schedule. I saw it when I got in this morning. You must have gotten arrested late last night. And so I asked the clerk to put it on here so I could do this because I don't have time later and the magistrate isn't here. So let's talk about your circumstance. Are you Selena Elise Haley?
Yes.
You got tickets on October 11th for driving without any insurance and having no valid operator's license. We just did the last lady in Spanish. She had no insurance. And you were supposed to come to court and you didn't show up for court. We did a show cause to find out why you didn't show up. And you didn't show up for that. So you got arrested for failing to appear. So let's go through this a little bit. The Chief Public Defender, Mr. Keith Stickley, is here with us. You can't see him, but he looks good and he's here. How did you come to get arrested last night?
Somebody had made a complaint about my dog being in the truck and barking at people. So police came and then I had a warrant and I got arrested.
Are you living in your truck?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of that. Where are you going to go if I let you out of jail?
Right now I can go to the America's Best Value Inn.
Where's your family?
My dad lives in Marcellus and my mom lives in Paloma.
Who's staying in the truck with you?
My boyfriend.
All right, where's your dog?
The pound now.
All right, if I let you out like right now, have you got somewhere to go or are you going to be standing on the front steps of the jail in your pajamas?
No, I got somewhere to go.
Will someone come get you?
Yeah.
All right, if I set a court date, will you actually show up for it?
Yes.
Do you have insurance on your truck now?
I do, yeah.
What'd they do with your truck?
They left it there
Which was where?
at the America's Best Inn.
Now, they also say you don't have a valid license. Have you done anything to get your license?
My license is still expired, but I do have insurance.
Are you gonna need to go renew your license? You can't live in your truck and drive it around if you don't have a valid license. And I don't want you to live in your truck anyway. I wish I had a place to put you. Who's your boyfriend?
Cody Shetso.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you out of jail, even though you're warm and safe and fed. I'm not gonna leave you in custody on these minor traffic charges. But let me repeat, you didn't show up for your arraignment. So I set a second hearing called a show cause to have you come in. And you didn't show up for that. The problem is you don't have an address.
Right.
It shows Venture Boulevard, which is those new apartment buildings in Centerville, but you don't actually live there. Is that correct?
Correct. I have a
They're
PO
gonna give.
if that helps.
All right, well, I'm gonna set this into the next year. I'm gonna set this for January 8th
Okay.
at 8:30 for a pretrial. Bring proof of insurance and your license efforts.
Okay.
Then I'm going to give you two $200 PR bonds. With the assurance that you'll be here on January 8th, 2026. That's a Thursday morning. Will you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Are you getting any medical care?
But yeah, outside of this situation.
Yes. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. I'm letting you out of jail on 2 PR bonds. You're going to not go freeze to death. You're going to find someplace to be. And you're going to be here on Thursday morning, January 8th at 8:30. You'll bring proof that you have insurance and the other efforts you've made on your driver's license. And what's your P.O. box?
It's 543 here in Centerville.
All right. You're good to go, Miss Haley. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Stickley. This is the time for preliminary examination conferences. We call them PECs. This is People versus Nicholas Dale Allen. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
And again, I know you. I always used to get you and your brother confused. I can tell you apart now. But you're charged with assault with intent to murder, which is a very serious charge. Unlawful imprisonment, assault with a dangerous weapon, and resisting and obstructing a police officer. This allegedly occurred on November 9th here in St. Joseph County. You posted a substantial $75,000 cash or surety bond. You're here with your lawyer, Mr. Timothy Reed, Also present is Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert. Mr. Reed, I'll defer to you. What's the status here?
Thank you, Your Honor. I've been dealing with Prosecutor Davis on this matter. I did have a conversation with her last week as well as this morning on the telephone, and she's in agreement. And I advised Mr. Robert on an adjournment. Mr. Allen is in treatment, and she would like to see some additional information, and she's also gathering some additional information. And so we would ask that this be put out a couple weeks. I realized 2 weeks would be the week at Christmas, but maybe for PCC. I don't know what the court's calendar is out that date.
Well, let's see. 2 weeks from today, today's the 9th. The 23rd would give us a prelim date of December 30th. One of those days I'm gone. Judge Patterson's got most of the Christmas holiday.
I mean, I would be fine with the PCC date of the 30th, which would give us a prelim date of January 6th.
All right.
If
Is that
that works for the
agreeable to you
court.
or acceptable, Mr.
Yes,
Robert?
that's fine.
Mr. Allen, you have a right to have your hearing within 12 days of your arraignment and within 7 days of the pre-exam conference. But by doing this, we're going to adjourn the PEC, pre-exam conference, to December 30th. At 8:30, and a preliminary examination, if needed, would be January 6th. And I think that shifts this to Judge Patterson's calendar. I'm not sure. No, that's my date. Is that acceptable to you, Mr. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's talk about something. All the bond conditions remain in effect. No contact with these people, no assaultive or threatening behavior, and no drugs and no alcohol. Are you presently under supervision from community corrections?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you testing? Are you wearing a tether?
Tether, Your Honor.
Where are you doing your treatment?
Through Covered Bridge Healthcare. Therapy and psychiatry, Your Honor.
All right. This matter is continued to Tuesday, December 30th at 8:30. Stay in contact with your lawyer. We'll see where this matter goes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep, we're good.
Mr. Magistrate.
All right. Nobody ever called me that before. This is Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse. The magistrate's a lot better looking than I am. Plus, he just cut his hair.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes, sir.
your lawyer, Casey Strong, is here with me. Also, prosecuting attorney Angelique Camfield. You're Daniel James Gavin.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. You got charged with some serious charges. The complaint alleges that on or about November 22nd in Fabius Township, that you assaulted Linda Gavin, your spouse, with a dangerous weapon, a metal mug.
Your Honor, it's his mother.
Oh, your mother. All right.
Sure.
Your mother, but without intending to commit the crime of murder. So it's known as felonious assault, punishable by up to 4 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $2,000. You're also charged with interfering with a crime report, which has to do generally with taking a telephone away from somebody when they're trying to call for help. And count 3 alleges domestic violence second offense. Domestic violence second offense is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
According to your lawyer and the prosecutor, they are willing to dismiss all of the charges, the felony felonious assault, the 1 year interfering with a crime report, if you enter a plea of guilty to domestic violence second offense. Domestic violence second offense is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000.
Yes, sir.
It also would prohibit you from using or possessing a firearm.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Canfield, you confirm the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Strong, you as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're going to plead to a misdemeanor charge called domestic violence second offense. I'm going to tell you some things, then I'm going to ask how you wish to plead. Now, that's a misdemeanor, as I told you. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you will be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Ms. Strong is here. You can't see her right now, but she's here and she's representing your interests. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury cannot hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Pleasant View Road. Is that at Pleasant Lake or Corey Lake?
Pleasant Lake, sir.
All right, and you live there with your mother, Linda?
Yes, sir. And my father. Yes, sir.
All right, and on that day, did you get into an argument with your mother?
Yes, sir.
So did you hit her with a metal water bottle?
Yes, sir. It was a metal thermal mug.
All right, and what were you angry about?
I can't honestly remember, sir, what we were arguing about. The only thing I remember, and it gives me no excuse, there's no good reason to do, especially to my mother. I love her. Of course, she's my mother. I can't remember what we were arguing about. The last thing I remember her saying, which made me kind of snap, she was telling me that I was worthless and a loser and a piece of, what, and stuff like that. And basically, that's what made me snap, sir. And I shouldn't have. And that's when I hit her with the mug, sir.
All right. How old are you, sir?
31.
What work do you do?
I was working, but I just recently lost my job. Working at Peterson Spring. It's just a factory. I usually do factory.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes, sir.
Where's your family from originally?
From Three Rivers, sir.
All right. I didn't know if you were an Illinois family or somebody that located out at Pleasant Lake. Well, the law requires that I set this for sentencing at least 10 days from now. And to allow the victim an opportunity to provide input. Ms. Canfield, do you have any thought on that?
I think that would be appropriate at this time, Your Honor. As I'm looking through the photographs, I also would like to present those to the court that depict the injury on the victim.
Today is the 9th. I'm going to set this for sentencing for Thursday, December 18th. At 9:30. Need police report and victim input. Now, the previous domestic violence was in 23. I want to take a look at that one.
So. How do you feel after working with them?
You successfully completed your probation. Did
Yes,
anger
sir.
management.
Yes, sir.
I can't tell who the complaining witness is from what I'm looking at. That was in front of Judge Pattison. All right, your bond is presently set in the amount of $5,000 cash or surety. If your parents will post it, you're going to get out. If not, you're going to sit here until the 18th of December, in which case we'll address the sentence. So you're good to go. One of the problems is you have a no contact provision. So if your parents do bond you out, you can't go home. So
Correct.
the likelihood is you're going to be in jail for a few more days, at least until we get a chance to get more information.
Yes, sir.
All right. I put police report and photos and victim input. Yes, is something you want to say?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to mention that obviously I have mental issues. I have mental health issues. And I have PTSD. I have depression, anxiety. And really all I'm asking now of this is I need a lot of help with my mental health. I was going to Pivotal for the first time about a month before I got in here. And I told her about anger management. I also told her about drug use. I was under the influence of marijuana that day during the fight, which some people it doesn't affect, but for me, it actually interferes with my medication, makes me more angry, increases mental health issues. And I looked all this up too, and I was told this as well. And so all I'm asking, sir, is
Are you talking to Lauren there at the jail?
No, I'm not, sir.
All right,
I'm not sure who it is.
She's our mental health liaison. She does a wonderful job. And
Okay.
I'm going to try to plug you into her.
And Mr. Gavin and I have had lengthy conversations about his hopes for sentencing, so we can share that with the court at the time of the next hearing, Daniel.
All right, Mr.
Okay.
Gavin, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you. All right, Mr. Miller, thank you for your patience. Your attorney has finished his case next door. And we're going to address the matter of People versus Ronnie Lee Miller. Mr. Miller, the file number here is 252419. You're charged with aggravated. Oops, thank you. We're going to address the matter of People versus Ronnie Lee Miller. File number 252419. Mr. Miller is in custody at the jail, and he's with us by a Zoom connection. Also present is his lawyer, Mr. Timothy George, and Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert. Mr. Miller, the allegation is that in November, just before Thanksgiving, on the 24th, that you did aggravated stalk Autumn Rose Moat, and that you involved in a course of conduct that would cause a reasonable person to feel harassed, and said conduct occurred well, in violation of bond conditions on a domestic violence complaint with the same victim. So this is charged as aggravated assault, aggravated stalking, excuse me, which is punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $10,000. The domestic violence case is contained in 252330 SM, and that is set for December 11th, which is Thursday, I think.
Yes, sir.
Mr. George, what's the circumstance here?
The prosecutors offered that if my client would enter a plea to the misdemeanor charge of stalking, the felony charge in the complaint would be dismissed.
You agree, Mr. Robert?
Yes.
Mr. Miller, regular old stalking is a misdemeanor, not aggravated, is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Prosecutor would dismiss the felony charge. The underlying domestic violence case is set for a hearing on Thursday at 2, along with a bond violation, which constitutes this. Are you going to plead to the misdemeanor stalking charge as offered by the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to do that?
No, sir.
Promise you anything?
No, sir.
All right. Rose Mowat was your girlfriend, or I'm not sure what the status is, and you were charged with domestic assault. There was a bond condition that you were not to have any contact with her. The admission to this will also essentially admit to the bond violation. Do you understand?
Absolutely, yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. Did you continue to try to have contact with her in violation of that bond condition?
Yeah, me and her are having a child together.
How old's the child?
The child is not. We just found out that she was pregnant. So the reason why I called on Monday was for the doctor's appointment, and I called her, you know what I'm saying, and she didn't answer. And I don't know what happened with that, honestly.
What's the due date for the child?
We don't know yet. It's gonna be sometime in June to like July.
All right. So you called her. Did you try to make other contact with her?
Honestly, Your Honor, we have been in contact with each other because, you know what I'm saying, we're still dating each other. I admit guilt to that.
All right. I'm going to set this for sentence on Thursday, 12/11/25 at 2 o'clock. Are you on the underlying case?
Your Honor.
Bond is canceled. You're going to be in jail at least until Thursday. I don't want to have any other issues between now and then. So the felony charge is dismissed. We will set this for sentencing with the other case. 252330 SM for Thursday, December 11th at 2 o'clock. Mr. Miller, you're good to go.
Thank you.